Hey everybody, what is going on? It's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and we are playing some more Civ 6 Rise and Fall. So, after having finished my move, I have decided I'm going to go ahead and start up some new series simply because I don't really want to hop into a series halfway through, and that's essentially what would happen because I don't really remember anything that was happening. So what we're going to be starting with first is I want to do a quick another AI series because I enjoy those and those aren't a lot of work, and I already have a strategy game going right now and which is requiring a lot of brain thought with Into the Breach. So I decided to let's do something that requires a little less thinking on my part. So yay. So additional content, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing a realistic Europe true start location with the European countries, which I think should be pretty fun. I do have a couple mods still turned on. I have the 8 Ages of Pace turned on, autoplay obviously, so we can autoplay it, and then all the DLC is turned on. We have Ancient Rivals. I don't remember that. What scenario is this? I don't remember what that one is, but anyways, we also have Quickstart turned on, which is probably my favorite new mod ever made. So essentially what this does is when you first start Civ 6, and if you don't have the game, you've never seen it, you have to sit there and watch at the Firaxis logo, and then like there's like 3 logos you just have to sit there and watch, and you can't skip through them. And this allows you to actually just start right at the menu, which is really nice. We also have yet another map pack enabled and closer cities as well enabled. I decided not to turn on the resources because I didn't want to unbalance the game. The other thing is I wanted to turn on Merrick Sweden. Unfortunately, they weren't showing up, or he wasn't showing up when we were doing the configuration for Europe. So we're gonna go ahead and load my previous configuration. We have 15 civs, I think, in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14. There is a 15. The one that we don't have is we don't have Pericles. I did not enable him, and I think I'm okay with that, simply because we already have Gorgo. Last time we ran with Pericles, so this time we'll go with Gorgo. We're doing Prince difficulty because then no one gets any AI bonuses, starting in the ancient era. However, we are doing epic speed because I would like to see this as more of an ancient European fight. I don't know that anyone has like super modern units anyways. And then, well, I guess that does hinder France a little bit, but I think that's okay. 10 city-states sounds fine. Well, you know what, let's do 15 city-states since we have 14 units. Map size, we're doing standard. We're doing 2 true locations start for Europe based on cultural. Don't have any ice near land, which is so that they can circumvent. And then cultural, we'll have all the victories turned on. However, I did limit turns to 250 so that this game is not going to take 6 years. And then I also turned off barbarians. I had some people suggest maybe turning off barbarians because sometimes the barbarians will spawn right on someone's border. And then, you know, you get that unluckiness where you explore in one direction, the barbarians attack you from the other direction, and then you have a bunch of horses and you basically find yourself way behind. So we're gonna go ahead and start the game, and I guess like normal we're just gonna hop right in. Yeah, I guess I'll put a cut here and then we'll hop in as soon as this is over. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure if this mod is fixed so we can actually like stop the autoplay. I probably should have taken a look at that before I started it, but yeah, anyways. So yep, we have a nice huge map for this true world start. We do want to turn off, let's see if I remember, auto camera. Yeah, we'll want to turn that off. So we got Georgia over there with Yerevan, Hatua, and Antioch down there. Yeah, those seem right? Actually don't know where these two are. But yeah, they seem pretty okay location. So we do have Sparta and Macedon right on each other's borders, which is going to be very interesting. And they're both very warlike, so I'm intrigued to see who ends up winning that. Yeah, the city-states are true locations, so that's good. So we do have Lisbon over there. Spain has a bunch of area to grow. France actually also has a bunch of area to grow to the south. London and Scotland should be pretty interesting to see what happens there. We do have Amsterdam and Germany right on each other's butts, but Germany has a ton of room to the east. Up here, Norway just has literally like the entire map right now. Like that's like a third of the map right now Norway could expand to. Really wish I could have had Sweden turned on. That would have at least given him some sort of counter up there. Poland also has a ton of room to grow. And then we have Russia, which, yeah. I mean, I guess we have Scythia over there, but yeah, Russia's definitely a little scary. So I guess initial, obviously I'd probably have to pick Russia because, like, seriously, you see all this? Now, they don't have a lot of production, there aren't too many mountains over here, so their production is going to be a little crappy to begin with. So maybe Poland then. Yeah, I think if I'm going to pick anyone, I'm going to pick Poland, because they're starting on a river. They do have a coast up here, and they have a bunch of mountains and stuff for production as well. So I think they're going to be pretty decent. Now, we're going to have to pay attention for an early war down here with Alexander and Greece, but for the most part, everyone has a lot of room to grow initially. The other one is Georgia. Georgia has a ton of production right here, and they really don't have anyone nearby either, so they could also be pretty scary. So we'll have to actually see who ends up winning this. The fun thing, and this is why I'm not a huge fan of the real world location starts, is sometimes they're extremely imbalanced, as you can see. Like London starting immediately with the Cliffs of Dover, which, you know, isn't a terrible. I forgot what the Cliffs of Dover actually give you. Let's see. 2 tile natural wonder, appears as cliffs, adjacent to water, provides +3 culture, +2 gold. So they're going to get a ton of culture and gold to begin with. Oh my gosh. So we have Germany and Amsterdam immediately at war with each other. Oh wait, what? 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 What is happening? Can we unpause? Hold up. So both Germany and France are gone at this point. Okay, so, crap, that's right. Yeah, this is the problem. I can, you know, turn on the code to reveal all. Unfortunately, what that's going to do is that's going to give Alexander a huge boost right now in this era, which is probably not going to be good for him long term. But anyways, so both Germany and France are currently eliminated because both of them have turned into free cities. Wow, how this early did you guys immediately turn 29? Both of those cities immediately flipped to free cities. How did you even manage that? That almost makes me want to restart. How's everyone else going? You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and restart here. Just because I want to see, like, that seems very, very interesting. So we're going to go ahead and hit restart. But to lose Germany and France in the first 30 turns, like, how did they lose that much loyalty that you lose your capital that early on in the game? That wouldn't have been anything to do with. Now begins your greatest quest. With I can't think of her name. Wilhelmina? That couldn't have anything to do with her because she didn't flip anyone. She doesn't have anything that flips. All right, well, we're gonna put another pause in, and then we'll start back as soon as we load back in. All right, let's start this again and see what happens. I don't entirely know how that happened. I really don't. Maybe this time we'll kind of hover around over here. Like, what would actually cause you to lose? Now, here's what's actually funny. Oh, they can only plant these two cities this close to each other because I have the close start. So I suppose what's happening here, and you can actually see it, Amsterdam actually has the loyalty right now, but both Germany and France are having rebellion. And I'm assuming it has to do with, it probably has to do with Amsterdam because it has so much more culture or something. So maybe these two are just going to always flip and Amsterdam's just always going to be that powerful. Amsterdam, Netherlands are just always going to get that good start, at least with this true location. Maybe I need to turn on the close cities. Maybe I have to turn that off. That might actually be what's happening here is because I have the close cities on. Now, if they're not starting true start, what's going to happen? Germany will throw down first, and then Amsterdam's going to be kind of screwed, and they're going to have to go find somewhere else to throw down. I don't actually know how that's going to happen. We'll have to pay attention, see if these two flip again. If it does, then maybe we're just going to have to turn off that close cities. These guys aren't affecting each other, it looks like, so they're all fine. Everyone over here seems to be okay when it comes to loyalty. You're fine on loyalty. You're also fine on loyalty. So it just has to do, I guess, with these two being so close to Amsterdam. Paris could also be affected as well from... Can I actually look at this? Loyalty. Nah, see, they won't let me actually look at this point. Okay. So they're losing 10 loyalty from nearby citizens. So because of Amsterdam. Rebellion in 5 turns, rebellion in 3 turns. Yeah, so both of these cities are going to flip. All right, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start the game over, but we're going to have to start it without the closer cities enabled. So we're going to go initial, and we're going to turn off closer cities. And that should get rid of the issue that we're running into. See ya, babe.
Bye, babe.
Have a good day. Love you. Load configuration. We're gonna go to Europe. We're gonna load configuration, and I didn't change anything else. Yeah, so we're just gonna start up, and that should hopefully then allow the capitals to not have to worry about getting pressure from opposing capitals. So we'll put a pause in. Once again, man, this is gonna be a terrible episode to edit. Okay, let's try this for like the 15th time or something like that. So we want to turn off the camera real quick. Paris and Germany are both down, which is going to mean the Netherlands 1, 2, 3 could go there, or they would have to go 1, 2. Actually, I don't think the Netherlands can put down at all. So this is very awkward. No, they can still put down there. 1, 2, 3. But I turned that mod off. Alrighty. So then, what is happening here? They should not be able to throw cities down that close to each other. We turned this off. So they need to be at least 4 cities away. I guess let's try this. Let's go ahead and load configuration. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to add another freaking cut into this. And so then let's switch this from culture victory. Try to regroup civilization by ethnicity on the starting position. Start position random. What if we did Europe and then we did start position culture? Is that going to change it at all? Representation of Europe with resources reflecting their historic locations. No. No. Okay, so you know what sucks about this? I think the only thing we can do is we're going to have to turn off Wilhelmina. I think that's the only thing we can do. Because both France and Germany will throw down their cities before the Netherlands. And there's no way for me to do this now? Team shares visibility, start in autoplay mode, duplicate leaders, limit turns, score victory. There's nothing here I can actually do this. Let's switch it, right? It's already on standard size, so I can't bump you up. There's nothing else I can do to change this, right? So maybe we just roll with the super powerful Wilhelmina and see what happens? But so it's this awkward spot where it's like... So then maybe we go ahead and add in Pericles, and we see who wins out of Pericles and Gorgo, and then the winner gets 2 cities. But see, it's hard to make this balance now at this point. So the only option we basically have would be to turn off Wilhelmina, which is really unfortunate because I would really be intrigued to see how she would do. Let's just try doing random and see what happens here. So we're going to start, we're going to put a cut in, and we'll be back in a second. All right, so everything I've tried basically hasn't worked. So what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up seeing a super powerful Netherlands, which I think in the scheme of things might not be bad, because we're going to have probably a super powerful Spain, a super powerful Rome, a super powerful Greece and or Macedon, super powerful Georgia, and so on and so forth. So everyone has a bunch of room to grow. And so I think ultimately, I guess the downside and the reason I don't like this is the fact that both Germany and France are going to get knocked off pretty early. And I like both Germany and France. I think they would be very interesting to see what happens with them. Now, the other thing to mention about this is actually going to give Amsterdam 3 cities pretty quickly. So they're going to basically be the ones that everyone else is going to be trying to catch up with here initially. But I think that's okay. I still think we're just going to keep rolling with this, and we only have it up to turn 250, so we're just, you know, it's not going to be a super long game anyways. So let's take a quick look and see what else is happening around here. Now, last time we saw, you actually grew in this direction, which I don't know if you're still going to grow in that direction. I have to say, out of these 2 starts, I would much rather be Alexander than Greece. Greece seems pretty crappy with their start location. What is this, by the way? Oh, that's just like a tree or something like that. It looked like it might have been a resource, but it wasn't. Georgia, man. I almost feel like I should have barbarians, so you'd have a little bit to fight. The other thing is, did I turn off goody huts? I feel like I turned off goody huts. I did not turn off goody huts. Dang it. I should have turned off goody huts, because that could actually also help debalance the game a little bit. Russia has quite a bit of area already around their capital. Now, down here, we did watch Paris flip. Okay, is Germany still going to flip? Yeah, they got 4 turns, basically. Now, the thing is, they should have less pressure, though, because France dropped. But I guess Amsterdam just exerts that much pressure, which is kind of crappy. And are they at war? I don't think they're at war. Actually, looks like they have open borders. But I don't know where their units are. All right, well, goodbye, Germany. It was nice knowing you. England has explored all the way up here. Okay. And they're in Germany, so Germany is now officially defeated as well. And Netherlands are going to grab both of them up here in a couple turns, I'm assuming, if at least it plays out like it has. Now, elsewhere in the world, not a whole lot is happening still. Georgia is, they do have their first builder down, which is good. Scythia, my gosh, so many open plains, so many areas to expand on. Same thing with Russia. It's just like, gosh, these guys just all need to start building settlers. And Russia is actually the first one with the settler. So I'd say they would be the first one with the second city, although Scotland might be fighting them for that. However, Amsterdam, Netherlands did pick up Paris, so yeah. And Spain actually has a second city down already, as does Rome. I like their little logo. That's cool. So both of them are full loyalty. They're actually expanding northwards, which is going to put them in contention with Netherlands here in a little bit. Down here, neither of these guys actually have built a settler yet. And what's really weird about this, speaking of it, there's their settler. Are they at war with each other? Because Greece has no units. Where did Greece's warrior go? Remember, we're also doing marathon speed, so it's going to take them a little longer to actually get military units, like higher level military units. Which I kind of wanted to keep everyone in the Middle Ages was kind of the goal, but, you know, we'll see how that happens. Russia, once again, still has no production. They actually don't have a lot of food either. They're only 2-1 on their cities right now. Amsterdam, it has their 3 cities now. Congrats on you guys. Madrid is 3-1 over there in Spain. You're 3-2, so actually Rome is the largest, I think, civ at this point. Georgia's only still just the 1 city, which is kind of hilarious. And the funny thing is they actually look like they're friendly with Yerevan, which is, you know, it probably doesn't matter because they have so much room to grow, but, you know, you'd kind of figure someone right on their border they would want to attack initially. So we're almost 50 turns through, so we're almost a fifth of the way through the game. Now, remember, it does start off really fast because there's just not that many units for everyone to use, but as the game progresses, it slows down a whole heck of a lot. So even though we did do 250 turns, those 250 turns will go pretty quickly here. Now, Norway does start in pretty crappy areas, but as they start shifting down here, they'll be able to get a lot more food. They'll have less tundra to deal with. Norway, now here's the funny thing, Netherlands rather, they actually haven't even built a settler yet, so you would figure that they would get a settler here pretty soon, but maybe because of the free cities, they decided to grab just warriors instead. Scotland also pushed south, which means these two, London, England, and Scotland, are going to be probably at war with each other before too long, unless they decide to be friends. Okay, now Spain actually has 3 cities as well, which is interesting. And the funny thing is Toledo is actually their biggest city, not even Madrid. Rome also has 3 cities as well, and they have really decent population. So the funny thing is, we were talking about Netherlands running away with it. I actually kind of feel like Rome right now is in the best position, or at least they probably have the highest score. We'll have to stop the turn here in a little bit and take a look. Now, Georgia went way north, and they got all the food as well as, what is this? The tobacco, which seems good, but they missed the river, and I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Scythia also could have stayed on the river. Instead, they went for the horses. Yeah, I mean, I can see why you want horses, but, you know, still, let's go ahead and actually stop the autoplay for a second. Maybe. And let's actually take a quick look at score. Now, are you guys currently fighting each other? I don't know. We can't see the score because we haven't met everyone yet. All right, so score victory. Currently, Trajan, like I said, Rome is actually in first place. Netherlands are in second place, and Spain's in a close third. Okay, as for the overall victory, Science victory is unmet, and then Gorgo is actually second. Really Really now? That's interesting. Now, what's nice about Alexander is he's kind of centrally located, so he should be able to see everyone pretty quickly. Georgia's leading on religious victory. Netherlands are leading on domination victory because they have 2 freaking capitals. They have 2 freaking capitals, and they haven't done crap. Oh, interesting. This was actually Poland, or so yeah, Poland's second city. They actually lost it looks like. Oh, interesting. They lost the loyalty. Can we see? So currently, Macedon is in a normal age. These are all normal age, right? Yep. So everyone he can see is actually normal age. So then how did Poland, that actually might not be, I don't know. Is that a Polish city or is that a city state? I think that's a Polish city, is it not? It actually looks like it's gonna flip here in 3 turns. But there's their 2 cities. Maybe that's a city-state, and I'm just not familiar with it. So anyways, as we thought, Rome is actually in first place. Their loyalty is pretty good. No one was actually in a heroic age that we could see. Or golden age, rather. Definitely not a heroic age. Nor was anyone in a dark age either. So loyalty should be pretty balanced at this point. And it actually looks like Alexander is going to maintain normal age next turn, maybe even a golden age. We'll have to see. Now, what's funny is these 2 guys are not actually at war with each other, and they also don't have a ton of military units, nor are they expanding. Well, okay, Gorgo did expand, but Alexander's actually not expanding. What the heck, Alexander, man? You're not building units? What are you using? What are you doing, dude? Rome finished a wonder. Okay, so Rome finished Stonehenge. And I think that's the first wonder built. So what are you actually doing? It looks like you built a science. Macedon declared war on Rome. Greece declared war on Rome. Most likely that has everything to do with Rome running away with the lead, or at least them being in first place. Now that actually could come back to bite Greece in the butt. Macedon is across the water, so I think they're okay. Wow, and Greece is actually throwing down a 3rd city now. But you can see Rome is actually moving all their units down here to Pharsalos? I don't know how to say that. But anyways, so they should be able to conquer it, I would think. Especially this early on, warriors are going to do massive damage. Scotland does have 3 cities up here. England still only has the 2. Now we're at 4 cities with the Netherlands. Congratulations. Spain is now only at 3, though. And then Poland is now at 3 cities. I don't know if that was your city or not, but it is now. Norway is up to 3 cities. That's good. Russia is at 3 cities, but they're all so small, man. There's just no room for them to grow. There's no resources. There's nothing, man. And then over here we have Scythia with all of the room in the world, and they have 3 okay-sized cities. Now, how's Georgia doing? Georgia was kind of my sneaky pick, but they only have 2 cities, so they're falling a bit behind, and they're about to throw down their 3rd, but I'm really disappointed with them, and I'm also very disappointed with Alexander at this point. So they did put Athens up over there. Now, the funny thing is Athens should be like right here. Sparta should be like right here, if I remember correctly. If I remember my Greece locations, but I'm basing that 100% on Total War, medieval Total War back in the day, because, man, I used to freaking love playing Macedon. So, anyways, Rome is now, they actually did flip Pharos. Anyways, they flipped, so they should probably go to Rome, or at least Rome should be able to conquer it without any issues. Any other cities that are facing any sort of loyalty issues at this point? Let's kind of take a quick look. Now, I wonder if Greece... Maybe you're just too far away. I mean, here's the thing. You actually have 2 capitals on either side, so that was actually a pretty bad location for you to actually put the city down. Athens is okay, though. Everyone else is over here is good on loyalty. You're all good on loyalty. You're fine on loyalty. And then we come down here, and you should be okay on loyalty, because there's literally no one near you. Georgia's up to 3 cities, and they actually did put a city right on the river. Like I wanted this one. Still feels so worthless. From a purely strategic standpoint, like I would want to, I guess you can in this game now with the loyalty mechanic, but part of me would want to like throw a city way the heck over here just to kind of start blocking it off. And actually that's what Poland did. But the funny thing is there's no one over there to actually exert loyalty on them, so they may be okay with that. Okay, so I think we're going to put a cut and we're going to call this our first episode. Amsterdam/Netherlands are about to throw down a 5th city. So yay, I guess, for them. Spain does have 4 cities down. Rome did grab Pharsalos, so they're up to 4 cities. Let's actually take a quick look. Rome is still at war with Alexander. Is it just Alexander right now? Nope, you're still at war with Greece as well. Is anyone else at war at this point? It doesn't appear so. Okay, so no one else is at war. Let's take a quick look at eras. You are currently in a normal age, Alexander. Everyone else that we can see is currently in a normal age. And then last but not least, Rome is, wow, Rome is actually running away with the points. I wonder why they have so many points. Their empire, just because of the size of their empire, I guess. But what's funny is, should not Wilhelmina's empire be just as large? I guess maybe because they're all so close together, that's why. He just has a lot more land. And so then Russia's in 3rd place. Now the thing is, will this stick? I don't know if Rome long-term can actually maintain this, because they're pretty much almost landlocked at this point. They can come up here, but depending on if Amsterdam settles in this way, in this direction, and if Poland settles in this direction, they may actually get landlocked pretty early on here. And we're actually kind of already seeing it, like, Amsterdam's starting to get landlocked here too, especially with this forward city by Poland. Poland just kind of locked in the Greece nations, Greece and Macedon. Now, Alexander's in last place. Korgo's in second to last place. Good job, guys. Overall victory, Spain is currently leading in science. They have 15. No, they're getting 15 per turn, but they have 9 technologies. Everyone seems to be pretty close. Culture victory, Rome is leading in culture victory. And that might be also too why. Well, they have a wonder. But I'm wondering, they may just have more land right now just because their culture is so high. Netherlands are leading domination, but they're always going to be leading in domination. Their military score is 131, 148. 110. Rome actually has a decent army. Greece is way down there, and Alexander is way down there. And then religious, we got Russia. They've converted 2 cities. So yeah. So with that, we're gonna call this an episode. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think. Let me know who you want to see win. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. Let's take a quick look at city-states. So no one, Tomris has a suzerain of Hatsua, okay? And then, so they're getting a science boost, right? No, they get +1 strategic unit. And then no other city-states have a suzerain. So, all right, we're going to wrap it up there. Like I said, let me know what you think. And as always, hit the subscribe button, join the game, comment, show your support. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye.